Today I'm going to tell you a story, and it's a fishy story. It's Jonah and the big fish. Long ago, there was a great city called Nineveh, and the king and the people of Nineveh were very mean and did many things that made God unhappy. God decided to destroy the city, but he loved the people and wanted to give them a chance to change. So God decided to send a man named Jonah to warn them that they must change. God told Jonah to go to Nineveh and tell all of the people of his plan. But Jonah didn't obey. Have you ever done that? Have you ever disobeyed what your mom or your dad wanted you to do? Yeah, we need to obey our parents and obey God. He ran to the sea and got on a ship that was sailing far away from Nineveh. Jonah thought that he could run away from God. But God knew where Jonah was, and he sent a fierce storm that caused the sea to be rough and rolling. The sailors were afraid. They called on their gods to quiet the storm, but the winds blew harder and the waves grew higher. They thought the boat would sink, so they threw some of the ship's load overboard, but that didn't help. All of this time, Jonah had been sleeping in the bottom of the ship. The captain woke him up and said, "Get up and ask your God to save us, or we will all drown." Jonah said to the terrified sailors, "Throw me overboard, and the sea will become calm again, and I am the cause of this storm." The sailors didn't want to throw Jonah into the sea. They rowed and rowed, trying to get the ship safely to shore, but the storm only got worse. Finally, the sailors knew they must do as Jonah requested. They picked Jonah up and threw him into the furious sea. Immediately, the wind stopped blowing, and the sea became calm, and the ship sailed away safely. Jonah went deeper and deeper into the sea, but he didn't drown. God sent a huge fish to swallow Jonah whole. Jonah stayed in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah was very frightened. He prayed to God from inside the fish. He was sorry he had disobeyed. Isn't that a funny picture on that page? I can't believe they have fish swimming inside of the belly of a fish. That's fun to look at. God listened to Jonah. He caused the fish to spit out Jonah onto the sandy beach. Then God told Jonah to go to the people of Nineveh and tell them what he had said. The king of Nineveh heard Jonah's warnings and was afraid. He took off his royal robes and put on sackcloth and sat in ashes. He told his people to wear sackcloth and to tell God they were sorry. Sackcloth? Do you know what that is? It's rough cloth, and people would wear that in public way back when to show that they were sad and that they regretted what they had done. The people of Nineveh agreed to obey God and do what was right from now on. And so, God did not punish the people of Nineveh. He loved them, and he knew that they were truly sorry and had chosen to do good. Every day you choose between right and wrong. God wants you to make the right choice. So remember, when a choice seems difficult, God will be there to help and guide you. Jonah 1:17. But the Lord provided a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was inside the fish 3 days and 3 nights. Hey, let's look at those pictures again. They're really interesting. One of them shows how when Nineveh was doing the wrong things and people were mean, And then the next one shows after they had repented and turned towards God. And people are being kind in that picture and sharing with one another. I like that. Thanks for listening to my story.
Jonah. There was a prophet of God, and Jonah was his name. Jonah, 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 and Jonah was his name. God asked him to go to Nineveh, and Jonah said no. Blup, O-N-A-H, blup, O-N-A-H, blup, O-N-A-H, and Jonah was his name. He ran the other way and got in a boat and was thrown into the sea. Blup, blup, N-A-H, blup, blup, N-A-H, blup, blup, N-A-H, and Jonah was his name. While in the sea, he got swallowed by a fish and stayed there for 3 days. Blup, 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 A-H, blup, 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 A-H, blub, 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 A-H, and Jonah was his name. In the fish he prayed to God, was then spit on the beach. Blub, 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 H, blub, 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 H, blub, 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 H, and Jonah was his name. Jonah talked to the Ninevites and then they repented. Blub, 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 and Jonah was his name. Best wishes, little fishes.